What's up, football fans? It's What the NFL, and today we're breaking down the Pittsburgh Steelers' dominant 37-15 win over the New York Jets. With that victory, the Steelers moved to 5-2, sitting comfortably at the top of the AFC North. And yes, there were some highs, but also a few things that need work. So let's dive into our winners and losers, or as we like to call it, varsity and JV. Let's go. First up, let's talk about who brought the heat in this game. We've got plenty of shout-outs to hand out today. All right, Crow is on the menu, because I gotta admit, I wasn't thrilled about Russell Wilson starting for the Steelers. But hey, credit where it's due, the man showed up. Wilson threw for 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, and ran one in himself. That's the most yards ever for a Steelers QB making their debut. Talk about silencing the doubters. Next up, Beanie Bishop. This undrafted rookie had not one, but 2 huge interceptions on Aaron Rodgers, both of which shifted the game in Pittsburgh's favor. Big-time players make big-time plays, and Beanie made Rodgers pay for those mistakes. Another star of the night, Najee Harris. For the second straight week, Harris put up over 100 yards, and it seems like Arthur Smith finally cracked the code. Just let the man run straight through defenses. If Harris keeps this up, we might see him stick around Pittsburgh with a shiny new contract. Speaking of stars, George Pickens was on fire. He had 5 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown. It's becoming routine for him to make contested catches, just like Shawn Michaels landing sweet chin music. And let's not forget about the defense. Joey Porter Jr. held Davante Adams to just 3 catches for 30 yards. And how about Larry Ogunjobi? He was a menace with 2 tackles, a sack, and 3 QB hits. Of course, we gotta give some love to offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. He called a fantastic game, mixing it up with deep shots to Pickens, efficient runs from Harris, and even a sneaky scissors concept to get Calvin Austin open for a 36-yard gain. The offense had over 400 yards and hit 30-plus points for the second week in a row. Art was in his bag like it was a Terrifier movie. And how about Coach Mike Tomlin? People weren't sure about his decision to start Wilson, but now? He looks like a genius. As always, Tomlin proves why he's one of the best in the game. All right, not everything was perfect. It's time to call out a couple of things that didn't go so smoothly. Let's hit the JV squad. First up, tackling. I mean, come on, Steelers. Breece Hall ran circles around the defense. He had receptions of 18, 13, and 57 yards, and way too many missed tackles allowed those big gains. And here's another area that needs work. Finishing drives. Yes, the Steelers scored 31 unanswered points, but early on, they missed a couple of chances in the red zone. Drives stalled at the goal line, and they had to settle for a field goal when a touchdown was within reach. If Pittsburgh wants to keep rolling, they'll need to capitalize on every chance they get. So there you have it. Our varsity and JV breakdown from the Steelers' big win over the Jets. What do you guys think? Are the Steelers for real this year? And how do you feel about Russell Wilson leading the charge? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed this recap, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly NFL content.